Hey, welcome back to DadLabs. I'm Daddy Troy, and today I'm with Doug Block. Doug Block's a filmmaker, and he's got a film coming out called The Kids Grow Up, and it's about your journey with your daughters, both a parenting journey as well as the journey of your daughter.
Well, it's a personal documentary about my relationship with my daughter over, the first 18 years of her life, but it mostly focuses on the her last year at home before she left for college. And so it's about that transition period in the life of a parent where you have to learn to let go of your child, in my case, my only child.
And I think, as a dad who just sent my daughter off to kindergarten, I can only imagine what it's going to feel like to send her off to college.
Yeah, it's brutal, all these different stages there are stages of letting go, for sure. I remember when Lucy, got rid of her milk bottle, decided she didn't need a milk bottle anymore, so there went those evenings sitting on my lap, that nightly ritual. It was devastating. Yeah, it's tough because, it leads into the empty nest. What I learned from making the film is just how emotional and traumatic it is for parents.
Do you get that response when you talk to parents about empty nesters, that same emotional response?
Yeah, it's pretty deep and it's really right under the surface. It's just really hard because kids become, the central part of your life, of your marriage. And then, there's a reason why lots of couples get divorced, as soon as the kids are out of the house.
Tell us a little bit about the filming process. Obviously, you have some very young. What's the youngest image you have of your daughter in this film?
I think when she was about 9 months old.
Did you guys have a ritual every year? You'd sit down and actually do a formal interview, or just happen organically?
It just kind of happened organically. And it wasn't with a film in mind. It was more like it'd be a really great archive to have of her growing up.
I know in the social media world of today, where everybody shares family pictures online and family stories, I think your story is actually relevant to all parents in the following sense that do I interview my child? Do I put my child's stuff out there for the world to see?
Right.
And did she agree to all this? At what point did you treat her like an adult where she could say yes or no? At any point could she put the hammer down and say, no, I don't want this going on?
She could always put the hammer down and say no. Actually, there was a 3-year period before her senior year when she wouldn't let me videotape anything. She just, she was into it totally as a kid growing up. And then she hit like 13 and said, Dad, don't shoot. I was as surprised as any that she agreed to let me film her senior year. But when it came time for her to leave, like the week or two before she left, she was really stressed out, and my filming was stressing her out more, and she had a complete meltdown on camera in the film. She ultimately gave her permission, and she signed the release form then.
So you, as a father, had your daughter sign a release form. That's fascinating.
Well, I waited until
she was 9 at that point, right?
No, I could have done it at 9. I actually waited until she turned 18 and could legally do this on her own. When you make these kinds of personal films, it's a delicate juggling act between being a father and being a filmmaker, but you have to be a father first and go like, okay, is this going to be okay for my kid? So
the name of the documentary is The Kids Grow Up, and opening in theaters, as well as going to be seen in HBO. And then is there a web page or a Facebook page dedicated to it that people can go to?
thekidsgrowup.com.
And we'll throw links to it over at the forum at dadlabs.com. We've started a new forum on films about families, so you should check that out. Well, thanks so much for coming today.
Hey,
I really appreciate it.
Welcome.
We look forward to seeing the opening.
Thanks, Troy.